What's the story, Morning Glory? What's the word, Hummingbird? Thank you so much for clicking on my channel and for joining me for this review of 90 Day Fiance Happily Ever After Season 7, Episode 3. Let's talk about Shaida and Bilal. Once again, Bilal is acting his usual Bilal self, which is very unappealing, which is extremely frustrating. And I don't understand how Shaida did not pour that hot tea directly on top of his head, because he has this very condescending way of talking. He talks to you like you're stupid. He keeps his voice extremely leveled, very low, very even keel, but he's saying some very vicious, harshful things. And there's nothing worse than someone like verbally attacking you, but in a very quiet tone. So, and I felt so bad for Shaida. So, anyways, after the confrontation with the ex-wife, Bilal has been giving Shaida the cold shoulder, not really talking to her, whatever. So she wants to kind of break the ice with him. So she makes some tea and honey and she brings it into the room for him. And she wants to talk about what happened at the meeting with the ex-wife. And her whole thing was, I needed to stand up for myself. I can't let this person come in and just talk to me any kind of way in my own house and make demands of me and force me or bully me into signing a contract or a prenuptial agreement. It's none of her business. Whatever issues that she had with the money and the kids, you address that with Bilal or with Bilal's attorney. But don't come into my damn house telling me what I should and should not be doing, what I need to do, what I'm gonna do. No, ma'am, we're not having that. Now, obviously, it would have been better, but because, Shaida was new to the country and everything else, but it would have been better if Shaida would have confronted that woman right then and there in that damn kitchen. But she didn't. Maybe she was trying to show respect. Maybe she was taken by surprise. Who knows? So when she mustered up the courage or whatever to finally confront her, she wanted to do it. She wanted to do it when she was ready to do it. And so when Bilal was telling Shaida that no one should take you out of your character, you should always stay in control of yourself. You are a respectable Muslim woman. Hold up. Let's go back, Bilal, because it was never Shaida that popped up out of the chair and was making threats and saying that the gangster's gonna come out of her or whatever she said about the wherever she was from. I don't know where she's from, but it wasn't Shaida who was like, oh, don't make this Trinidad girl come out. Go get your ex-wife, Bilal, get your ex-wife. I mean, it wasn't Shaida talking like that. It was the ex-wife. She was the one that was erratic. She was the one that was popping up and down. She was the one that was going down the stairs, coming back, pointing her finger, telling Bilal to get his wife, threatening that, if Shaida doesn't shut up or whatever, the East Richmond or East Cleveland or wherever the hell she's from was going to come out. It was the ex-wife acting like that, acting completely out of pocket. It wasn't Shaida. Shaida stayed in her chair the whole entire time. She didn't yell, she didn't scream, she didn't cuss. So why was Bilal getting on her for her behavior when her behavior was completely civil? As far as I can remember, I don't remember Shaida acting belligerent. But I don't know how Bilal saw it. I don't know if Bilal was more upset that. I don't know what could have made Bilal upset. But I don't see how Bilal would have thought. Oh, I know why. I know what it is. I know, and this has been my suspicion. My suspicion since I saw that episode. I felt like Bilal and the ex-wife were in cahoots. They planned that. Okay, I think that Bilal and his ex-wife talked about the ex-wife coming over to the house and strong arming Shaida into signing the prenuptial agreement. I think that's what it was. And so now Bilal's going to look crazy if he planned this whole thing with his ex-wife, that whole entire confrontation at the house. And now he's going to backtrack and, try to get on his ex-wife's case and it wouldn't make any sense for him to address anything to the ex-wife because they were exactly on the same team. They were on the same side. They planned this. Bilal probably called his ex-wife and told his ex-wife, you know what I need you to do? It don't look like Shaida's going to be signing this damn contract. So I want you to go to the house when I'm not there. because coincidentally he wasn't there, and I want you to convince her or make her or force her or threaten her, whatever you got to do to get her to sign this damn prenuptial agreement. Because, and he used the children to butter up his ex-wife and to convince her to go. That's why he cannot address the ex-wife. He can only address Shaida, and poor Shaida doesn't see it. So Shaida says that she wants her husband to stand up for her more. She's like, you know what? You're my husband. I need you to stand up for me. And, but she says she's willing to apologize to the ex-wife. I for sure would not apologize. I wasn't the one making threats. I wasn't the one pointing my finger in anybody's face. So I would not apologize for a damn thing. Shaida, don't do it. Girl, don't do it. Don't do it. Please don't do it. But she told her husband she's willing to apologize to the ex-wife. And then she reaches down to give him a hug. And y'all, his body language, he was like, don't touch me. I mean, the way he hugged her, it was like, he was like making himself put his arms around his wife. And, you know, like, kind of like patting her back, like a little church pat on her back. Bilal, you're ridiculous. You're absolutely ridiculous. You're ridiculous. Oh, Shaida, if you don't do nothing else in this world, please do not apologize to that woman. You did nothing wrong. Moving on to, oh my God, Kimberly and Usman. Wow, it's going to be a long season. Kimberly and Usman. After her 25-hour flight, she finally lands in Nigeria, and she says that she's coming to Nigeria to be engaged. And if she's not going to be engaged to Usman, she's going to break it off with him, and she will never date again until the next Nigerian comes around. And so then she says that anyways, moving on. So while he's waiting for his lady love to arrive, Usman is in the hotel room, you know, primping himself up. And he says that me and Kimberly were going to be in the same room together. And the most important thing is for the man and the woman to be intimate. So once again, not once again. So Usman, what he's going to do now is, instead of blatantly letting Kimberly know that he doesn't want to sleep with her, he's going to do the reverse psychology on her. Or not reverse psychology. He's going to present like he wants to sleep with her. That's the only thing he's ever wanted to do in life, was to sleep with her. But he really doesn't want to. You know, this man is not attracted to this woman at all. He is not physically attracted to her at all. And because he can have probably, and I'm not saying this because I think that Usman is all that, you know, I'm saying this because I know that there's a lot of females over there on this side of the ocean and that side of the ocean that look at him and think that he's all that. He can have anybody he wants. So if he doesn't feel like sleeping with Kimberly, he doesn't have to. You know what I mean? Because there's like a plethora of women out there that he can be with. So he's going to put up this show like, oh, he just can't wait to get her into bed. He just can't wait. He can't wait. He can't wait. And we'll see what happens. Okay, so he meets her at the airport, and he brought gifts because the last time that they met, he brought no gifts. So he meets her at the airport. He brought gifts for her, and the gifts that he brought were two stuffed animals, which he probably stole from his nieces and nephews. Two used stuffed animals that he stole from his nieces and nephews, and that's what he presents to her as a gift. When they meet at the airport, you know, she runs into his arms, and she finally got her kiss on the lips. So that was step one in Usman making Kimberly believe that he's physically attracted to her and that he'd be willing to sleep with her. He went ahead and bit the bullet and kissed her on the lips, something that he really, really struggled with last season. But now he's doing it all easy peasy. So what the hell has changed? From last season until now, Usman, what in the hell has changed? He's using her This man is using her for money, for a green card, for something. He's definitely using her. And he's playing her step by, I mean, there's like layers to this, right? He's playing her step by step by step. So he realized all the things that bothered Kimberly last season, he's going to have to make some changes. He's going to have to tweak this, change that. And the very first thing that he has to do, number one, get her a gift. Number two, kiss her on the lips. So they're back at the hotel room, and she had brought him presents as well. She brought him a T-shirt with both of their pictures on it. Or no, a T-shirt with a picture of both of them on it. And she also brought him a bracelet, matching bracelets. You know, she has one, he has one, whatever. And I'm pretty sure these were custom. They probably were custom made. That, you know, she probably, you know, contracted someone from halfway across the world. Spent a lot of money on the product. Spent a lot of money on services. Spent a lot of money on shipping. Just like she did. I think it was with his chain. So they start hugging and kissing, you know, falling on the bed together. Oh, that's another thing. They talked about how, you know, he talked to us. Okay, so that was another step, another layer to it. He's telling her how much he wants to, he just can't wait to get her into bed. He just can't wait to sleep with her. You know, that's what he really, really wants. He needs some Yammy, and he needs her right now. So they fall into the bed together. Okay, he does this, like, first of all, before they fall into the bed together, she grabbed him. Okay, she grabbed him. She's like, come on, let's go, let's do it. He's like, hold up, hold up, hold up. Okay, hold up. And so then he starts strip teasing for her, takes off his shirt or whatever the hell he was doing. Then they fell into the bed together, and they start kissing. And I realized that I physically can't look at it. I physically cannot look at these two people doing that, being intimate, kiss. I can't look at. I turn my head away, and it's not even conscious. I'm not even consciously doing it. It's like my brain will not allow me to watch it. So they're on the bed. I'm assuming they were kissing. I heard it. So I didn't really look at it, but I heard it. And I was like, okay, you know, she's going to get her some. Well, the next morning they wake up, and he asked her, how was your night? And she said, boring. So for her night to be boring, she must have been awake. But she tells us that they didn't do any Yammy or didn't get any Yammy because they both fell asleep. Okay, when did y'all fall asleep? Because the last time we saw y'all were rolling around in the bed. So at what point did y'all fall asleep? And if Kimberly was bored, she must have been awake. You can't be bored and asleep. So she said she was bored. I mean, no, she said she was bored because they didn't do anything. And then he tells her, well, you have it in the rear. You have it in the rear. And so she was like, what? And he meant, you know, I owe it to you. I owe you one. Why do you owe it to her? Why don't y'all just do it right then and there? Why didn't you just do it? I mean, why do you have to owe it to her? Just give it to her right then and there. They go out, what do they call those things? Bumper cars or race car driving to some amusement area. And after they have their fun, they sit down, they start talking, and the conversation goes to the second wife. And she asked about the second wife, like where would the second wife live? And Usman was like, why are you concerned about the second wife? Excuse me? Why is she concerned about you taking on a second wife? Why is she concerned about her sharing her husband, her potential husband with another female? Why is she concerned about that? Why is she concerned about doing something that goes against everything that she's ever believed in, but she's going to do it for you because she's an idiot? Why is she concerned about that? So they start kind of like arguing about that. She says that she does not want the second wife to live in the same city or town that they're going to be in. I don't know exactly. I'm confused. Like, I thought they were going to live in, she was going to, what? I thought they were going to live in San Diego, or is she planning on living in Nigeria? Anyways, whatever it is, she doesn't want to live in the same city as a second wife. And Usman didn't like that. He was like, you know, whatever, you need to accept her. You can't do that. She's going to be the mother of my, whatever he said. And so she was like, no, I don't want to see her, out of sight, out of mind. I guess she realized that the way for her to cope with him having another wife and children is she's going to pretend that they don't exist. She's going to pretend that they don't exist. That's how Kimberly is going to cope with Usman taking on an additional wife. Because she doesn't want to see them. She goes, I don't want to see them. I don't want to hear about it. So as long as I can live in my fantasy world that he doesn't have another wife, I'll be just fine. She doesn't want to be up close and personal with the second wife. Good luck on that, Kimberly. Moving on to Submit and Jenny. So this is the day after the argument. Jenny's still whining about Submit chasing his family when they left the house. She wanted him to be, in the house with her, supporting her, but instead he ran out after his mommy so he can comfort his mom. And he tells her that. He's like, I needed to go after my family because I had to comfort them. And so Jenny says in her confessional, it's been 10 years of Submit constantly wanting his parents' approval. Girl, so what do you want to do about it? It's going to be another 10 years of this as well. He's only 33. He has a lot of energy left in him to go chasing his family around. What do you want to do about it, Jenny? So Submit tells Jenny, I wanted you to comfort me. She says, I wanted you to comfort me. Okay, finally, they hug it out. They apologize to each other. And Submit says in his confessional, and this said it all. This right here sealed the deal for me. When Submit said, in Indian culture, family love and support is everything. Once he said that, it was like, okay, this is how it's going to be. He will always try to have his parents accept him. He will always be chasing his mother's love. And that's just what it is. I mean, I don't know what else to say about these people. I cannot take an entire season of Submit chasing his parents around, Jenny yelling at him because he's chasing his parents around. I can't do it. I cannot do it. If y'all have nothing going on, don't create drama. Just get the hell off the show. Capitalize on the time that you were on the show and make something happen with that. Start a podcast. Talk about what it's like for an expat American living in India. Talk about that. Talk about maintaining a relationship in an Indian culture. Talk about that. Talk about your experiences on the show. Give us the deets on, what really goes on filming. Y'all have so much to talk about, so much to capitalize on. Get the hell off this show and go do something else instead of staying on this show and creating unnecessary drama and rehashing crap that y'all have done, 3 years ago. We don't care anymore about Submit trying to, he wants his mommy, he wants his wife, and he wants everybody to get along. It's not going to happen. And if it does happen, if your mom decides to accept Jenny's life is going to be a living hell because the mother will never stop throwing shade at Jenny. She will never stop talking about her flabby arms. She will never stop talking about how old and wrinkled she is. She will never stop talking about how people are making fun of her because her son is married to an old woman. It's not going to end. That woman is not going to change overnight and just accept Jenny with open arms and, they're going to go have tea together and go shopping together. It's not going to happen. Whatever friendship they had before the mother found out that Jenny was banging her son, that's over and dead. When she found out that this old white woman was banging her son, it was over for her. It was done. The friendship was over. So it's not going to happen. Get off the show. Go chase your mom and do whatever the hell y'all got going on. We don't care. We're tired. We're over it. We're done. Moving on to Yara and Jovi. So Yara and Jovi, they meet up with Jovi's mom. Okay, Jovi has not talked to his mother in 6 months because him and his mom got into a fight when he confronted his mother about not spending enough time with Yara when he's away for, I think, like 30 days. He's offshore. And so Yara complained to him that she needs help. She needs help. Now, I like Yara. I do like Yara. I like Yara and I like Jovi. Okay, I like them both. But this whole thing about her needing this help from the mother when Jovi, help for what, girl? You don't work. What the hell do you need help for? You don't live in a 16,000 square foot mansion where you need help, to maintain it. I think you live in an apartment. What the hell do you need so much help for? To the point where Jovi and his mom are not even getting along because you feel like you can't take care of the child that you decided to have that came out of your body. And you're upset because his mother won't give up her life to come stay with you for an entire month and watch the baby while you run around with your friends. So I felt so bad for the mom. And you know what? When I first met the mom last season or whatever the hell, I didn't like her. I really didn't like her. But now I kind of felt sorry for her because she's like, wait a minute. Y'all are getting on my case because I didn't move in with Yara for an entire month to watch her baby every single night while she goes, bar hopping with her friends, with her drunk friends. Are you kidding me? So Jovi tells his mother, look, Yara needs help. You weren't coming around at all. And so, okay, if you can't move in with her and you can't live with her every single day while I'm gone, can you just come in, stop by once in a while? And the mom was like, you know what? I can be a grandmother. Okay, I don't have a problem being a grandmother. I can stop by, play with the baby. If she needs to go run her errands, I can watch the baby, no big deal. But I got stuff to do. I got my own damn life to live. And so Yara was like, well, in Ukraine, it's not like that. When you have a baby, the grandmother basically takes over, completely takes over. You have to like pry your baby out of your mother's hands because the grandmothers are like so involved with the caring of the grandchildren. And I get that. I totally get that. Trust me, I understand. But it's not like that in America. The grandmothers in America are booked and busy. They got stuff to do. Okay, they got places to go and they got things to do. They don't have time to put their lives on pause to take care of your child. So Yara says, okay, then it was just a misunderstanding then because I thought you were going to be like a Ukrainian girl. Why would you think that, Yara? Why would you think that Gwen is going to be like a Ukrainian grandmother? She is from the backwoods of Louisiana. Why do you think she's going to be a Ukrainian grandmother? If she wanted to do nothing else but sit down and watch, trashy reality TV with her time, she's got the right to do that. Okay? She's not obligated to run to your beck and call when your husband's away at work. That's not how it works over here, Yara. But Yara says now she understands. So now she's going to allow Gwen to be a grandmother. Okay, then we find out that she got her interview for the green card. And so her and Jovi are very excited about that. And then she calls her mom and lets her mom know that she got her interview for her green card because she really wants to go to visit her family in Europe. Moving on from that, let's talk about Angela. Not interested. Not interested. I remember y'all, the last time I watched Angela, every time her segment came on, I don't think I was doing YouTube. I think I'd taken a break from YouTube. Every time her segment came on, I fast forwarded. I could not stand to watch Angela and Michael. So here we are, Angela. She's 56 years old, but she's a hard 56. And I understand that she lost a ton of weight. And congratulations to Angela for putting her health first. Didn't give a damn about what Michael said, what Michael wanted. She put her health first. She's lost over 100 pounds. She is looking very energetic, very lively, but she is a hard 56. So, she's in yoga class, and then after yoga, she's in yoga class with a bottle of soda. Okay, everybody else is drinking water, and she's got her damn soda. So after yoga class, the yoga teacher or the yoga instructor starts a conversation with her, and then she starts telling the yoga instructor about her whole entire life story with Michael. And I'm like, why are you telling the yoga instructor about your struggles with your wayward husband? But anyways, so the thing is this: Michael is pulling away. She feels like he's becoming very, very distant. She says that she's never believed Michael to be a user. She never once thought that he was using her, even though everybody around her told her he's just using you for a green card, he's just using you for money. She never believed it. She really believed in their love, and she believed in Michael. But ever since she got her weight loss surgery and got her breast reduction, she feels like he's been definitely pulling away. One of the biggest issues between them was his social media because, he was flirting with a lot of women on social media. And so she had told him to get rid of it, and he did. He listened to his benefactor and he got rid of the social media. But now, because they're having this conflict between them, he went right back on Instagram. He reactivated his account. And I say reactivated very loosely, knowing damn well he did not react. That it was always there. Okay. It just wasn't in Angela's view. He probably had a different account under another name. It was always there. So anyway, so when she found out that he was back on social media, she got really upset, and he told her, if you want me to take it down, pay me $5,000. That doesn't even sound like Michael to me. That doesn't, I mean, even though Michael was the way he was, I just don't see Michael. I mean, he was kind of like a simp for her. I just don't see Michael saying that. If you want me to take down my social media, pay me $5. And just being that direct about, I just don't see that. I don't see Michael saying stuff like that. But if Angela said he said it, and she showed the proof of it on her phone, because she went to her attorney, and she went to her attorney and she started talking about all of her love problems, her relationship problems to her attorney. And the attorney says, I don't know. She goes, I'm an attorney, and I counsel people on the law, but I'm not their counselor. So a lot of the times, my clients will just give me way too much information, stuff that I don't even need to, I don't even need to know. So they got it completely twisted. They got me confused for a therapist, and I'm just not that. But anyways, so the attorney tells her he can be approved at any time with his visa, and it's just a waiting game now. And so Angela's thinking about pulling the visa, like not even going through with it, because she got herself a new thing, a new boo thing. And it's some guy named Billy from Canada. He's a painter, and he had painted something for her, and I think that's how they met. He's on TikTok, and so they do a lot of TikToks together. And he's easy on the eyes. He used to be a stripper, and so Angela's very smitten by him. Once again, she's setting herself up for failure. Okay, she's setting herself up for failure, but she's addicted. She's a glutton for punishment, right? And so she's thinking about dropping Michael and maybe getting with this guy Billy. I'm assuming. I have no idea. I don't know, but whatever. So she doesn't know if she's going to pull the visa or not. And her attorney's telling her that, look, he can be approved tomorrow. You don't know when he's going to get approved. So you need to, if you're going to act, you need to act fast and decide exactly what the hell you're going to do. Moving on to Liz and Ed. Okay, like I told y'all, but I'm not familiar with Liz and Ed. I'm familiar with I'm familiar with Ed and the Filipino girl, okay? So I'm trying to get caught up, and I'm trying to understand their dynamic. Okay, let's just get to the nitty gritty. Okay, I don't even care about the conflicts of whether or not his homeboy is going to stay in his life or not. Evidently, the homeboy does not support this relationship, and Liz was like really worried that Ed went to go see his homeboy because she feels like every time he's with his friend Rich, Ed wants to break up with her because I guess Rich, knocks some sense into Ed or whatever. I don't know. And whatever. So she was really worried about that. But he told her, look, I told him that you are my priority. I am sticking with you. I don't give a damn about nobody else. So after that, this is stupid. After that, she decided, because Ed's a photographer, right? I don't know if he's still a professional photographer or he used to be a professional photographer, but he is or was a professional photographer. He has done some covers for some, I guess, well-known magazines. So he knows what he's doing, evidently, right? So she says that she loves doing hobbies with Ed. And so one of the hobbies that she wants to do is that she wants to take up photography. And she asks her very attractive friend if she would model for Ed. And then she gets upset when Ed admires her beauty. It made no sense to me. So you dangle your attractive friend in front of in front of your boyfriend, your fiance, that you are constantly having conflict with, breaking up, making up, breaking up, making up, breaking up, making up. And so you dangle this beautiful woman in front of him. And then you get upset when he compliments her beauty because he's a photographer and he wants his subject to feel confident, to feel beautiful, so that she can give it to the camera and come up with some really nice pictures. I didn't see anything wrong with what Ed was doing or saying. I didn't see anything wrong with it. And if he would say it in front of you, that means that he wasn't really intending anything bad about it. Unless he's that much of a jerk where he would be openly flirting with a woman that he's physically attracted to right in front of your... I was so confused about why. And it was at night. It was the middle of the night. They're out there taking pictures. Can't see a damn thing. I'm like, what the hell's going on here? But anyways, whatever. So the girl gets upset. Liz gets upset because she feels like, he was spending too much time flirting with her friend instead of like teaching her about photography. And at one point, she was looking at the pictures that he took, and she was like, oh, that's not a good picture because she has no neck. And then Ed says in his confessional that he also has no neck. And so it made him feel bad when Liz said that. And I'm like, is Liz that vicious? Was she really trying to throw a jab at Ed and his lack of a neck when she said that her friend looked like she had no neck? And what the hell is going on here? And so anyways, he didn't like that. He didn't like the fact that she was criticizing his work. And he told her, look, you don't criticize me. I'm the professional. I'm telling you how it's done. You don't tell me what's good or bad. And so then she gets upset and she packs up and leaves. Why would you even, what? If you're this insecure, why would you even bring your friend on for a photo shoot? Why didn't you just take pictures of y'all's dogs? I mean, he's just going to teach you about lighting, right? Just why can't y'all use some another, like, go take a picture of some sunsets or a bowl of fruit or a flower? Like, what? Y'all, that is ridiculous to me. Anyways, I'm done. That is my review. Thank you so much for joining me. I really do appreciate it. On your way out, please do not forget to rate the video. And if you like this content, please subscribe. And I will definitely talk to you later. Bye.